Probably one of the best TV and movie actors of his generation. Probably the best thespian to never be nominated for an Oscar of the modern era, from Serpico to Rod Serling's Night Gallery to numerous Woody Allen movies. Tony Roberts was a dynamic talent, a very handsome man, and a very, very genial thespian. Unfortunately, Tony Roberts has passed away at the age of 85 in New York City after a long battle with cancer. Now, his career spanned 55 years. And again, major prominence included Woody Allen movies, and of course, one of the best episodes of any Rod Serling production, The Messiah on Mott Street, with Edward Robinson, where there was a battle between death and God on the tenements in a big city. Now, again, he appeared in 6 Woody Allen films, most notably Annie Hall. He also acted in theater, TV, and radio. Born in Manhattan, he was the son of radio announcer Ken Roberts and Norma Neal Finkelstein, an animator. His family, of course, was Jewish. Roberts attended the High School of Music and Art at Northwestern University, and he made his Broadway debut in '62 with a role in the play Something About a Soldier. Now, Roberts eventually collaborated with Woody Allen in numerous productions. In Annie Hall, he portrayed Alvy Singer's best friend, Rob. Other Allen movies and plays in which he appeared include both the Broadway movie versions of Play It Again, Sam. He appeared too in Stardust Memories, 1980, A Midsummer Night's Sex Comedy in 82, Hannah and Her Sisters in 86, and Radio Days. In 2001, he also made an appearance in Allen's respective segment for the Concert for New York City. Now, Roberts portrayed Deputy Mayor Warren LaSalle in The Taking of Pelham 123, one of the most underrated movies in the 1970s. He was also in 2 key Sidney Lumet movies, including Serpico with Al Pacino and Just Tell Me What You Want. In a rare big screen leading role, he starred in the '83 horror movie Amityville 3D, playing John Baxter, a deeply skeptical, Doubting Thomas-type tabloid journalist who buys the infamous and possessed haunted house. The movie was terrible, but his performance was okay. He appeared opposite George Burns as his son in '88's 18 Again, and co-starred in a horror dark comedy Popcorn as Professor Davis, and a Blake Edwards situation comedy Switch as Arnold Friedkin, both '91 theatrical releases. He also enjoyed screen time in Walt Disney screwball comedies such as The $1 Million Duck and a stage-to-screen adaptation of Star Spangled Girl, both 1971, and both co-starring the beautiful Sandy Duncan. He was also in Key Exchange and Le Sauvage, both 1985, 1986 Seize the Day, and 2005's 12 and Holding. Roberts' last theatrical release feature film was as Jason Bateman's character's therapist in the independent romantic comedy drama The Longest Week, while his final made-for-TV film portrayal was in the 2007 ABC production Dirty Dancing. Now, what was interesting about Roberts, he could play comedy or drama, but his handsomeness really stood out. Like, why would a nebbish like Woody Allen be, hanging out with a tall Jewish drink of water like Tony Roberts? Like, that was kind of a running joke. Now, his Broadway credits were immense, including Barefoot in the Park, How Now, Dow Jones, Murder at the Howard Johnsons, Promises, Sugar, the musical version of the movie Some Like It Hot, The Sisters Rosenweig, They're Playing Our Song, Victor Victoria, The Tale of the Allergist's Wife, Arsenic and Old Lace, and Cabaret. In '98, he played Buddy Plummer in Stephen Sondheim's Follies at the Paper Mill Playhouse in New Jersey. In 2007, he returned to Broadway in a musical version of Xanadu, or the Broadway version. Now, on television, he was the third actor to play Lee Pollock on The Edge of Night. He also appeared in numerous TV series, including, again, Night Gallery, The Carol Burnett Show, Matlock, Law & Order, and Law & Order Criminal Intent. In '77, he was featured alongside Squire Friedel as a lead in a short-lived NBC legal drama, Rosetti and Ryan. In '78, he guest starred in The Love Boat. Roberts and Lauren Chu's character, cruise ship director Julie McCoy, both fall in love with each other, but the end do not pursue a romantic relationship. He was featured with Penny Fulmer, who had played his wife in The Edge of Night, on the ABC comedy The Thorns. He was a regular performer on the CBS Radio Mystery Theater, and he also provided narration in many of the audiobook adaptations of Stuart Wood's novels, featuring Stone Barrington, the crime-solving detective and lawyer. His other audiobook credits included Andrew Vosh's Batman The Ultimate Evil, Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, and Spencer Johnson Who Moved My Cheese. Now, he said he passed away at his Manhattan home on February 7th, 2025. Now, But the Messiah of Mott Street in the early 1970s, my God, what a performance he gave there. And he said Yaphet Kotto played God in that one, and the conversation he has outside Edward Robinson's tenement, just a classic of Rod Serling productions. Now, filmography, A Guide for the Married Man, TV movie, The $1 Million Duck, Star Spangled Girl, Play It Again Sam, Serpico, The Taken of Felon 123, Le Sauvage, Annie Hall, The Girls in the Office, a TV movie, Just Tell Me What You Want, Stardust Memories, A Midsummer's Night Sex Comedy, Amiable 3D, Key Exchange, Hannah and Her Sisters, Seize the Day, Radio Days, A Different Affair, 18 Again, Fist Fighter, Popcorn, Switch, Our Sons, Not in My Family, the TV movie, The American Clock, another TV movie, 93, Victor Victoria, a 95 TV movie as Carol Toddy Todd, Apologies de Bunel, Dead Broke, The Concert in New York City, My Best Friend's Wife, 12 and Holding, The Longest Week, and Dirty Dancing, the movie version. And of course on TV, besides Night Gallery, Edge of Night, Men at Law, The Thorns, Law and Order, numerous appearances, and Law and Order Criminal Intent. But again, The Messiah on Mott Street, ladies and gentlemen, probably I think I'm going to be the one that was his best performance for me, because it showed his attitude as an actor and his attitude as a presenter. Now, I quote before in a previous podcast with we did on Tony and Messiah Mott Street, and of course in the famous David Jules WordPress about Night Gallery, when the Angel of Dead appears and Yaphet Kotto is an alien played God, and he appears and clears the evangelist off. Basically, what happened? Edward G. Robinson's character is waiting for a check from his brother, and he wants to get out the tenements, but it works. Now, the episode itself is probably the best Christmas episode of the modern era. The famous line outside, when he wishes the Goldmans a happy Hanukkah and takes his leave. Outside, he sees the man kneeling near a mailbox and thanks him for what he delivered. Well, actually, God delivered the check. Did it please? The man asks. Dear God, how it pleased, Levine replies. Satisfied, the postman says, every now and then, God remembers the tenements. Only vaguely recalling the face of man, he may indeed have been a Messiah. Levine wishes with seasoned greetings, the Messiah replies, and to you, yours, and to the whole earth. As we end with two walking off to the sound of Christmas bells. Now, Rod Serling proved here in this episode he could write just about anything and do it spectacularly. I basically believe Tony Roberts is going to heaven, and God is going to greet him at the gate, and he's going to say, sometimes God remembers the tenements. I cried like a baby when I first saw the episode. I never met Tony Roberts, but I would make him. I said, thank you so much for providing me a great Christmas memory, because just like the early 1970s was under anger and there was a lot going on, but the Messiah, Mott Street, one of Edward G. Robinson's last performances, of course. He was pretty well deaf at the time, just before Soylent Green. My God, Roberts hit it out of the park here. Every time I saw him, it's a very subtle acting style. It wasn't really like the Method, but it's close. You're going to get to the Method without being the Method. So Tony Roberts, man, we're going to miss you. And like I said, I think he was underused, in my personal opinion. Woody Allen probably knew that he couldn't get away with having such a person so handsome on set, because Mia Farrow would have fell in love with him, or Diane Keaton and everybody else. But my God, what an actor, and what a life on Broadway and TV and movies. Tony, you're going to be missed. So if you like what we're doing here with our tribute podcast to Night Gallery actors past and present, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.